Did you know that you can use this year's jack-o'-lantern to grow next year's garden? Once you have carved your pumpkins for Halloween or made a delicious dessert or soup from its flesh, be sure to save the seeds to plant and enjoy a fresh crop of pumpkins or squash next year for free. Hi, this is Amy from Gardening Know-How, and I'm going to share tips to properly preserve those seeds. Plus, I'll share 6 other ways to recycle your pumpkins into crafts, snacks, and food for fauna. Once you have carved your pumpkin or collected the flesh for cooking, it is time to save the seeds. Saving the seeds is a fun activity for the whole family, including your children, as even the smallest of hands can help. Pumpkin and squash seeds are often large and easy to handle. However, not all pumpkin seeds should be saved to replant. Many varieties of pumpkin and squash are hybrids, meaning they will not grow true to seed when saved. But if you're looking for a fun experiment, then it's worth a try. Your best bet is to harvest and store seeds from heirloom or open pollinated pumpkins. Be sure to ask the staff at your local pumpkin patch, farmer's market, or roadside stand if they can guarantee the type of pumpkin. So now it's time for the dirty work. First, remove the pulp and seeds from inside the pumpkin. Place that in a colander under running water. As the water runs over the pulp, start picking out the seeds. There will be more seeds than you will ever be able to plant, so once you have a good amount of seeds rinsed, look over them and choose the biggest and healthiest looking seeds. You should plan on saving 3 times more pumpkin seeds than the number of plants you'll be growing next year. Place the rinsed seeds on a dry paper towel. Make sure they are spaced out, otherwise the seeds will stick to one another. Place in a cool, dry spot for 1 to 2 weeks or until completely dry all the way through. Once the seeds are dry, store in a paper envelope until it's time to plant. One of the best places to store pumpkin seed is actually in your refrigerator. After placing your seeds in an envelope, just place them in the back of the refrigerator where they can sit undisturbed until next spring. Now it's time to turn that jack-o'-lantern into a snack-o'-lantern. A common autumn tradition is to nibble on roasted pumpkin seeds that have been harvested from those fresh fruits. Pumpkin seeds are rich and flavorful and filled with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. You'll want to place the seeds and any attached pulp into a large bowl of water as you clean out the pumpkin. Pour those seeds into a colander under cool running water and separate the seeds from the pulp the best you can. There is no need to remove every trace of pulp, as it will add extra flavor and nutrition to the finished product. Then let the seeds drain thoroughly and spread them in a thin layer on a clean dish towel or a brown paper bag and let them air dry. Next, preheat your oven to 275 degrees Fahrenheit and spread the seeds evenly on a cookie sheet, then drizzle them with melted butter or your favorite cooking oil. For extra flavor, you can season the seeds with sea salt or add a pumpkin spice flair with cinnamon, nutmeg, and ginger. Roast the seeds until they're golden brown, usually about 10 to 20 minutes. Stir the seeds every 5 minutes to keep them from burning. If seeds aren't your thing, harvest the orange flesh to use in sweet or savory recipes, such as pies, soups, and breads. Sugar and pie pumpkins usually have the best flavor with good quality flesh to make a puree. Only eat pumpkins that you've kept inside your house, away from insects and other critters. Your Halloween pumpkin can also make the perfect snack for local wildlife. You may have already noticed some curious squirrels lurking around. Once you're done displaying your pumpkins for the season and they are in still good condition and have yet to begin to rot, split open or cut them up into pieces and place them around the yard to be enjoyed by local animals, which may include deer, rabbits, and of course, those squirrels. If a pumpkin has been painted, it is best to dispose of those as paint may be toxic. Another small animal that would enjoy your leftover pumpkins are birds. You can add the pumpkin seeds to your regular birdseed mix, just be sure to rinse and dry the seeds before sharing with your feathered friends. Or you can use the pumpkin as a bird feeder. Just cut the pumpkin in half horizontally, empty the cavity, and fill it with birdseed. Fun projects such as homemade bird feeders can be found in our latest ebook titled Bring Your Garden Indoors, 13 DIY Projects for the Fall and Winter. Claim your free copy today with the link in the description. Pumpkins are also suitable for use as planters and make terrific floral centerpieces for the fall holidays. Grab an appropriately sized vase and cut a big enough hole to drop the vase into the pumpkin. Sit the vase and then fill it with water. Gather your cut flowers and start arranging your bouquet. Be sure to add enough flowers that will disguise the edge of the hole. For more detailed information on creating a pumpkin floral centerpiece, please check the link in the description. If the pumpkin looks like it's on its last legs, the best thing to do is to compost it. Remove the seeds prior to composting, or you may have dozens of volunteer pumpkin plants. Even if you don't have a compost pile, you may be able to find a spot in the landscape for them to decompose. Your pumpkins can also be donated to local farms, zoos, and animal shelters. Many farms use the pumpkins as a treat for their animals. Pigs and chickens especially love the tasty flesh. So there you have it, 7 different ways to use pumpkins to their fullest potential. Whether collecting the seeds to plant or eat, feeding wildlife, or creating a pretty floral centerpiece, pumpkins have many uses before, during, and after the spooky season. If you enjoyed the content in this video, click the subscribe button for more content from us. Thanks for watching and happy gardening!